Whoop-de-doo. Hey. Anyway, this video I think I'll call Is the Coronavirus a Good Thing? Dun dun dun. So anyway, this video is not meant to promote death or anyone getting sick. That's not the point. But the point is to find the positives in things, another way to look at it. And so the things that I found interesting was one, kind of made me think of the Avengers movie or whatever, where it's like half of the population snapped and disappeared. So it's like, saw an article where it's like in Venice, Italy, which I've visited, um, dolphins, I believe, swam through the canals and stuff of Italy. And so you just kind of go, well, that's cool. You see? You see? And then I had one relative post photos of animals, just in the neighborhood, doing whatever. And you kind of go, see, that's how much of a, a nuisance we are as humans. Is animals are too scared to hang out with us. We could have dolphins through the canals of Italy if we weren't, trying to make that Euro, uh, getting people onto the gondola rides and stuff like that. And so you just kind of go, yeah, it's been a lot quieter. I guess I should mention this is I don't know, day 3 of a silly quarantine or whatever. I shouldn't say silly, but the updates now are the California governor wants to have a shutdown for a while. So technically, we're not supposed to leave the state or anything of that sort. We're all supposed to stay inside. I'm getting a lot of people from various states and other countries mention their kind of take. I guess in Mexico, the only thing closed is schools, but besides that, everything else is pretty functional. And this is in Mexico City. Yeah, in Texas, it's kind of normal, but things are slowly starting to shut down also over there. But yeah, California has their state shut down because, hey, we're the size of Japan. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. But but yeah, the other positives, or I shouldn't even say positives, but just keeping it real. Let's be very frank. I think one person died. So should we only impose? Should we only be alarmed if people die? No. Should we take our precautions? Yeah. But it's like when I hear stories of somebody getting it. Okay. Like me personally, I just can't get. I can't think of it as something crazy until people die. That's just me personally. Is the spread crazy? Yes. But is it when you get it crazy? Not so far. Because it's like you have it, okay. Tom Hanks has it, okay. Doesn't seem like he's dead. So there's that. But the other thing is that, people are talking about potential deaths. And I think one mayor mentioned how there'll be hundreds of thousands of people being dead. Now, do I promote death? No. But I also want us to be very, very real. There are 7 billion people on the planet that we know of. There could be more. I wonder if there's less. But that's what the consensus should be, or says. And so it's just hundreds of thousands is a drop in the bucket. And it might, what I mean? I don't, do we want a billion dead for Jeff to be like, oh, this is intense? No, but I'm just saying, okay, you know what I mean? This should be an eye opener. This should actually, they should just be really. This should be a really big eye opener. It's just I kind of. I'll just say it. I won't say I want to say it. I'll just say it. We're not that cool, humans. We're not. We're not that cool. Yes, we can build rockets and we can send robots to Mars. Those are pretty cool, but we can't handle our own trash. I still see trash on the ground. We're this advanced civilization that we have landfills. That was a big topic. Is those trash guys, they still gotta work. Nurses, they still gotta work. But it's like, how can we call ourselves advanced when we have a designated area for our waste, aka landfills? Like, we should be able to evolve our products to where they're biodegradable. I mean, I've said this before, and now I get to kind of say it with aha. And if we did that, like, here's the thing: when you have hoarders, what do you first think of? You think of a person with a lot of crap in their house. And some of the hoarders, what do? They wear masks because that stuff builds up and creates what? Bacteria and what? Viruses and stuff. So, yeah, we have landfills that are further away, but the spores go places, people have things, the trash people handle it, like, and then voila. Now, am I saying that's how the coronavirus was created? No. But what I'm saying is just open your brain. It's like, okay, if I was so against solar at one point, maybe we should, because heck, these things all link up in some crazy way, shape, or form, in some, you know, they all come together eventually. We can always find connections for everything. And that's my point, is, the positives are LA freeway has been so. Oh my god, if Los Angeles could always be like this, I would stay here. I would love LA and promote it hardcore. So, whatever the population of people that are staying in right now, they need to leave California. So, could you do that for me, please, so that I can enjoy my drives on the freeway? Thank you. But, that has been pleasant. Just being around town. But like the reason why I want to say find the silver lining or the positives and stuff is because like this is what can be. So in a lot of other videos that I posted and a lot of things, future things to come, I would love to do a TEDx speech and write books and all that stuff on just like interconnections and philosophies that I have and beliefs that I have and stuff. And some of it might not even be my own thing. I probably got it from somebody at some point, but my version or how I say it is my take is like, this could be our utopia. Like, think about it. We're not being bombarded with airplanes flying over, so it's quieter. We're not seeing tons of boats going around. We're seeing more animals and wildlife come out. Like, we're I think I got a picture or a meme from somebody, whether it's accurate or not. It's from California, saying like that the air pollution has never been cleaner. Yeah, people aren't driving, so like planes aren't flying, boats aren't shipping, like they're crap, and so like we have like a lot less pollution. So it's like these silver linings are great, and like this is how it can be. We can still have our Netflix, our technology, and all our stupid habits. We just have to integrate them to more cleaner, friendlier stuff. Like let's evolve our humanity to where we're a little more earth friendly. And like it's always hard to say because I know there's some schmuck out there who's just going, "Oh, you hippie or you nature lover." And it's like that's not my point. My point is I want all of us to have our cake and eat it too. And so it's like, think about this. We're not getting bombarded by advertisements and crazy commercials and stuff like that. And what I mean by that is like, because people are kind of respecting the situation, it's not like in your face, like, Coachella, oh, you're missing out. Look at all these bands and how, like, they've toned it down. And so there's like this real kind of peaceful world we've created right now. And this is like something we can keep and still maintain our life. And so it's just like, let's enjoy what this is. We don't have to be so in your face with everything. I always revert back to like my Times Square analogy. Life doesn't have to be like Times Square with a million advertisements and a million people in your face shoving information all the time. It can be this euphoria where we can kind of just be like, all right, I feel like going out today and blah, blah, blah. Like, it just, right now, it's soothing. I mean, just now, today, Friday, I heard gardeners, which I was like, oh, well, they're brave enough to do it. And I think I heard some construction. So it's like people can choose when to like go back to work, I guess. But before that, the past few days were very peaceful. You know, just no one's driving around. I wasn't hearing a car go by. And I'm describing things in Los Angeles. Obviously, if somebody's living in like the outskirts, like half the problems you probably won't be facing. But like I'm speaking from my neighborhood, and it's peaceful. I'm not hearing just tons of noise. I'm not even getting a lot of bickering. It seems like a lot of like it seems a lot more peaceful because people are bitching too hard. But what I want to convey is just this. Like, this is our silver lining. This is the positiveness. Like, if we want to talk about preservation of life and stuff, we also need to be real that 7 billion people is not a good thing. 7 billion people and rising is not a good thing. Those aren't numbered. We're not supposed to be a species that takes over. We're not supposed, like, we are a virus. So if we want to talk about coronavirus, then we have to talk about the people virus. And I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not even trying to be anti-human. I just want to be a species that is aware of our situation and what we are, and that we can be honest with the situation, which is, uh, do I want to do human mandate population control? Like, no. But do I want us to all be a species that is super aware of what we're doing and what we're doing to the planet? Yeah, of course not. Like, I ironically was watching a little bit of There Will Be Blood, which I need to finish, but it was like, that's all about oil drilling and just how dirty, messy, and all that, and just the drill going in and people dying and the absurd amount of crude and dirtiness, and they, called it black gold and stuff like that, and you're just kind of going, but it's like weird to have solar panels that, absorb the sun's rays and give us energy so that we don't have to rely on some stupid company that's thousands of miles away, and they can do whatever they want. They can up the prices, down the prices, whatever they want. Oh, don't worry, capitalism will control that. Who cares? If you can go solar, if you have the ability to go solar, do it. Do it. Be a species that tries everything. Stop being like, stop being a species that argues about straws. I don't want to ban my straw. I need my straw. You know, I could go my whole life without a straw. And I always say that the only people that have a vote for straws are like quadriplegics or people that need it, don't have limbs or something like that. Anyone else, these first world problems need to stop, and we just need to evolve our thinking. Look at all the sacrifice we're making just in a few days. We're staying indoors just so a virus doesn't affect us. Yet we can't ban straws for like 2 years so that we can, create a cycle of appropriate straws, whether they're paper or just something a little more friendly than plastic. So my point is we can do it. We're clearly demonstrating what sacrifice can do and the positives for it. So we should all be humans on this planet with solar panels and gardens, and I would love to see composting and stuff like that. That's not a hippie world. That's not a dumb world. What that is we're using today's technology and advancing it to old cultures or to just more um, earth-friendly stuff, because we're not the only ones on this planet, and plus we have to survive on this planet. Plus it's dumb to think we're going to go to Mars. Plus it's dumb to think a human right now will go to Mars. If you want a route to go to Mars and live on Mars, good for you, props to you. If you think we will in our lifetime, then I'm pretty sure you're a fool. I'll eat my words if that doesn't happen, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen in our lifetime, which means, why don't you just help? If you're an old person watching this, old being 60 or higher, uh, or just a generation that, makes a difference or living off Social Security, leave with a legacy. Leave. Like, leave this planet and die helping it, preserving it. Stop going to these old ways, like, I want my Coke can to be a certain thing. No, like, just, I always go back to people that argue for gasoline cars. Would you put your mouth around an exhaust pipe? No. So why would you want that circulating around the air? Well, batteries made, for Teslas are just as bad. Well, then the lesser of two evils. But let's be a smarter race of people. What was it? One country put in like kind of like an electric aqueduct type thing through their water supply. So not only is the city getting water or sewage, not only is the city relieving themselves of sewage, but also that flow of sewage that is constant creates that motion that which then powers the city. So then they're using it for more than one purpose. It's not just a sewage pipe, but it's also an electrical pipe that's powering the city constantly because we're in a world where our poop doesn't go away. So it's just stuff like that. And am I fully aware of the cost? Yes. Am I fully aware of the man? I don't want to hear the excuses. Like, my whole point is let's just not argue it and get it going, because this is what happens, people. We're dirty. We've bought a lot of crap, we've hoarded a lot of stuff, and all that dust is collected, and now we're like dirty humans living in our own mess and having a virus on our hands and being weird about that. So maybe the coronavirus is a positive thing in terms of it's an eye opener and it makes us realize what we have to do to become better humans. So yeah, anyway, ta ta.